Hello everyone, No Respawns here. I hope you're doing well, having a grand week and all that. So we are back again in the Long Dark, and in this video what I want to do was talk about the late game. More specifically on what do you do. This is less of a... it is going to be a tips and guide video as such, but it's more about giving you ideas, because the thing that puts off people in the end game, in my experience from reading forums, especially Reddit, is it's more people just don't know what to do. In terms of I have no idea where to go. What's my aim? What's my goal? And I mentioned this briefly, or more than a few times actually in the last video, was that this game isn't for everyone. It is a very, very slow-paced game. If you like going for long walks, going hiking for hours on end, you'll probably like this quite a lot. If you don't like that, you probably won't. Especially when you get to the later game where you have to kind of almost think, right, you have to plan your journey and think, right, I'm going to spend a good couple of hours in my real life meandering around. And obviously it's a survival game, so it's a lot of exploration, lots of crafting, lots of, fighting hazards. But ultimately it is a walking sim, let's be honest. And it's worth bearing that in mind. Stress that. Got a few comments the last video, and they did very well, by the way. They were just going, oh yeah, this looks really boring. I'm like, well, yeah, just walking. I'm like, well, yeah, it is. And it's fun. As I said, this for me is a game I've been playing since the beta, and I basically play it for, 20, 30 hours once every 6 months to a year, and I just have a blast. So where have I been? So I have very recently, you're going to see my journey here, really handy actually, your daily log. If you take a big break, for example, so I actually played this kind of around Christmas time. I haven't played it for a couple of weeks, so I was a bit can't remember where I was. And this is really, really handy if you just remind yourself, especially, for example, you might come back to your save after 6 months and just forgotten, I don't know what I did that day. I've just forgotten, what I did. And as you can see, I've recently got back pretty much yesterday from the desolation point. It was basically yesterday because I deliberately slept when I got back a second ago, so I would be in the morning. The reason I went to desolation point is one of the goals I had was I was looking at this from a long-term perspective, and I needed arrows. So I've now got 20 arrowheads. I don't actually have any of the ingredients to make any arrows yet, other than arrow shafts. I don't have any feathers. I think I have 2 knocking around. And so my next trip is we're going to be going to the world map. We're going to the Pleasant Valley. So you can see where it says Coastal Highway, Crumbling Highway. We're there. So I know the route just north of here is the route to the Pleasant Valley. So we're going to be going there because it's quite a cool area. And this is where I'm probably going to set up my home for a while. Just because I like it. And I usually set up in this Quonset hut here, which is the garage. As you can see, I've kind of started curing some wolf pelts. I think I annoyingly don't have enough. I think I need 4. I might be wrong, actually. Wolf skin. I need 4 cured wolf pelts. So I have to wait for these to finish. So basically I can make the journey there and then come back here at some point to grab my stuff and pick that up. I'm not too worried about the clothes though, because as you can see, I'm getting a warmth bonus of 23. And a windproof bonus of 9. So I'm pretty solid. And I think most of my stuff is in very... Yeah, I think that's what I'd done. Oh, I need to wear that. I ran out of rabbit bits. But yeah. I've repaired everything as well for this journey. Yeah, that's what I did over Christmas. I repaired all my stuff. So that should be pretty solid. So we're going to make a journey now to our next area. One little tip, and the first one is, see here it says I've got a sprained wrist just because I'm weighed down, but try and get well fed before you go on any long journey. So 72 hours of just non-starvation. The reason being is I'm actually probably should eat something now actually before I will get I'm going to use the sewing pyramid script. I shouldn't really use the book, but that way it will definitely light. Yeah, so I'm going to be... Oh, I thought I completed that one. Oh, fair enough. We'll use the accelerant instead then. There we go. So I'm going to be walking for a long distance. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I've got as much weight as possible. And that extra 5 weight... I should have got the other one I haven't chopped up yet. It's in there. Nope. In there. That extra 5 weight is going to be an absolute godsend.
Too much stuff to carry.
Alright, well, while I'm doing that, I'll boil some water then. Never waste Never waste your time. Okay, so harvest. It's not going to take very long at all, is it? And no gut left. Cool. Harvest that. So that's 2 kilograms of meat. I've actually pretty low on food. Lowish. Because of the fact that I pretty much just got back from Desolation Point with all my supplies. However, because I'm going to a completely new area, I'm not too bothered. I also have loads of these, which that's pretty much... I mean, these are really handy, because you get, like, if I eat one of these, actually... Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, those other things. What am I talking about? On the cat's head. I have eaten all of those. Okay, well, I don't have much food then. I thought I had loads of those ones you can eat. I do not. Oh, well, it's fine. It's fine. Nom, 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 nom. And there we go. Yeah, it's been, it's been like 2 weeks. That's why I'm forgetting where I was. And this will kind of happen quite a lot, actually. Is you will kind of just come back in and forget what you're doing. And that's why that daily log is... I'm pretty sure they put it in there just so you would not get so confused. So how long have I got? I've got 32 minutes. I am going to cook up the rest of that. Yeah, just so I have a snack. And I might as well just add another thing. I'll add another piece of reclaim wood to that. And I've got loads of water, that's why I'm weighed down so badly. And then we can make a journey over. Right, 42 minutes, 43, cool. One of the things for little RP I always like to give my character a nice cup of tea, a cup of coffee rather, and some herbal tea. So I'm going to take 1 set of each. He's actually carrying around a, while we're doing that, let's drop some water, because I just have too much. So we'll drop 2 litres of that. Well, I've got loads of herb. I don't need that much herbal tea. I didn't realise I had so many. Let's just carry 5 of each. I'll use the lowest condition one, because why not? I'm just going to pop the deer quarter in there. I might as well use it for bait, I guess. Yeah. There we go. Weight's fine. Right, so we'll just pass time until ready. Take that. Pass time until ready. Technically, I could use this to... Oh, it's not boiling. It's fine. I'll leave it there. I'll just boil that when I get back. Wasn't paying attention to the time. I've got absolutely loads of water. And we're pretty good. And I'm going to drink this tea in a bit. Coffee in a sec. Now, I'm a wee bit sleepy. However, it's not too bad. I'm going to try and see if I'm just a little bit... I might remove a few bits and pieces. My organisation is pretty appalling, as you probably noticed. I'm going to... I don't need these, to be honest, then. I was thinking those are the ones you can eat. And I'm going to keep hold of those. I thought I'd read that. Anything else I can drop? You will find yourself kind of walking around at max weight. I wouldn't really let it bother you so much. Like I said, as long as you're... Basically, the way the weight works is it works on how tired you are and how far above your max you are. So to be honest, if you're only a little bit above your max, you're fine. Now I'm a little bit tired, but the thing is because I know where I'm going to be going, there's a we're going to a mine shaft area up this part, so I can sleep when I get there. It just kind of maximizes so we don't spend ages walking there. There's also a dead wolf over there, which I should really skin, but I want to get the video underway. I'll pick up a few sticks. One thing, and I got a couple of comments to that last video, and I think maybe because people who haven't played it very much and tend to kind of think, oh, I need to grab everything. Don't worry too much. Like, for example, things like sticks or sheets of cloth or things like that. Like, a couple of people mentioned, oh, you didn't have any cloth. You missed loads. I'm like, well, I just didn't bother picking up because they weren't. I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't need cloth. It's just handy to have. But there is absolutely shed tons of everything. You want to pick up most things, like actual, items that you can just kind of grab. But in terms of things that you actually have to harvest, you don't necessarily need to be so urgent with picking them up. And same with sticks as well. Oh. No, I'm going to shoot this one in the head. Come here, you little shit. Get shit on. Right, anyway. Sorry about that. Very rude. Oh, one of them ran. If I can get away from that one before he goes a bit. Actually, you know what? You can cook that. Oh, that's my big... Fuck off. Ah. He'll chase me for a bit. Oh, dick, I'll have to take them all out. I'm getting a bit better, as you can see. One thing to note with this game, if you haven't noticed, your character does get better at things, right? So you will get better at shooting, and you will get better. That's why you noticed I was able to, like, really hold my aim for a really long time. That I wasn't cold. Obviously, I'd had loads of personal practice as well. But then my character's skill rating had gone up. And once I get to the safety of the mine, I'll actually go through my skills now. With meat, and you may notice I didn't stop to harvest those. Again, it's all about whether it's worth it. You can't... Ideally, don't want to eat any predator meat, unless you need to. Because with predator meat, you can get an infection, you can get worms, I believe, which means I think it makes you lose calories, or is that something else? I'm getting confused. But basically, just avoid eating bear meat, avoid eating wolf meat. You used to be able to eat them back in the day, back when my last time I played. But since like a year ago, they got rid of it. So you want to focus more on eating venison, rabbits, and things like that. But to be honest, you get so much meat from, rabbits and deer that you don't need to worry too much. You also may notice that I was being a little bit liberal with the bullets then. To be honest, that is purely for the sake of this video. Normally, I would have probably just kind of... Alright, mate. I would have probably just kind of backed away, tried to avoid them, but I wanted to, one, show off my mad shooting skills, but also, get a move on. So yeah, you may notice as well, my character's moving at quite a nice pace right now, but obviously, when I get more tired, he's going to slow down, so I need to motor. I maybe should have napped a little bit before I left, but I wanted to keep the light. But also, you will slow down, especially when the weight... Basically, when I come back from the Pleasant Valley, which I'm absolutely not going to do in this video, I will probably take me an inordinately long amount of time to get back, because of the fact that I'm walking really, really slowly. I mean, this is fast, right? If you're weighed down and you're tired, you're going to be at a snail's pace. It's round this way, I think. I'm trying to memorize the route in my brains. I know, oh, there's a house up there. I can't remember if I've checked on this one, so I'll pop in. I know that I know the Mystery Lake quite well. Very well. At the start of the last video, I was a bit confused on specifically where I was, but once I realised where I was like, cool. And this area I know quite well. We're going to the Pleasant Valley, which I know there's the big... I don't know it that well, which is why I quite like... one thing as well I'd recommend is try and go to places that break your comfort zone. There are maps and... Oh, rabbits. I thought that was a wolf. Sometimes a bear spawns outside these. I'm just going to quickly poke my head in because I can't for the life remember if I explored these ones or not. Actually, I could... Ah, dickhead. I showed off in the last video of my, I said I showed off in the last video, look at me. Useless! Useless. I'm out of practice. I might nab one of those so I can repair my earmuffs. Right. I'm not going to shoot one with a gun or an arrow. It's because it's easier to do with the rocks. Let me just go inside here and take a look first. I was fine with the knocking the rabbits out with the stones. I tend to I need to take a few hits before I, can actually do it again. I think I'll have done these before. Yeah, I've definitely done these. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, sweet. I had done here. I believe I've more or less cleared most of this area out, actually. So we want to go... Are we going around there or are we going around there? I think we're going up here. I said I know the coastal highway quite well, but I might have to backtrack. I know we're going up. Ah, gotcha. Sorry if you're squeamish. Look away now, look away now. Oh, that noise.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Ah, you're fine, mate, you're fine. Or is it that way? I forget. I think it might actually be that way. Let's go this way. I believe it's up and then round. I might be long. I could always... I don't think I've made the map, have I? No. I think it's around that way. Alright, well, we'll go this way anyway. There's basic. It's one of those games as well. There are lots of resources available, such as maps online. I've looked at them. Usually it's handy to kind of get a gauge of roughly just a direction you may need to go. It's honestly... for me, it's one of those games that, in terms of knowing where to go, isn't really that much of a an advantage or disadvantage. It is an advantage, but like, it doesn't take you very long to learn where a thing is. It's getting there, it's surviving, it's feeding yourself, which is the actual challenge. So yeah, you can use map. I would recommend if you want to do it kind of spoiler free. Don't use them. A lot of the maps have like loot and non-loot versions online. I'd recommend at least just using the non-loot version, so that way it's a bit of a surprise on what you find. It's always fun when you know, wandering through a house and you find a revolver or a rifle or some kind of cool stuff, rather than, you know, a problem that can happen, and does happen when I'm in somewhere like, say, the Mystery Lake. I immediately go to all the places where I know the rifle spawns, and it kind of takes a little bit of the mystery away. I think it's round here. If not, we're going to go to a different location. This always gets me on the coastal highway, as these little paths up here. I always forget which direction's which. I believe this is the one to the Pleasant Valley. I just might have taken a longer route round. I know there are 2 routes round the Pleasant Valley, but it's fine. As I said, we're not too sleepy. We're weighed down, but not by much, and I'm well fed. Actually, let's have a cold cup of coffee. Coffee. And I've reduced my fatigue. It's always useful to get benefits. There's like a lot of stuff you can do. For example, taking certain. I'll get when I get to the. Yeah, it's this way. When I get. Yay! I made the right direction. When I get inside and I'm safe. What I'll do is I will actually kind of show you the kind of medicinal stuff that I've carried around with me. It's getting a bit dark. I think I left at a decent time actually. Because I should get there kind of just as it's getting night. Or like, you know, when I'm getting quite sleepy. And that means I can kind of have an excuse to rest up fully when I'm inside the, just before I go into the Pleasant Valley. And then we can start in the Pleasant Valley during the day. Look at that. All planned. See, for this is just such a relaxing constant. I always like to have like a, a cup of tea while I'm playing this. It's nice. I highly recommend it. Just chill out. Relax, and just explore. Like I said, I might do an interloper guide at some point. I played on it a bit. Just for me, it's not as fun because I like scavenging and finding stuff. On interloper, you just don't find as much stuff, and so it's not as satisfying for me. It is a little bit easier, technically, to travel around. In a weird kind of way, because you just don't have as much stuff to lug around. But it just still doesn't take you very long to get too many things, so maybe do an interloper guide, I'm not too sure. I don't really know what else I could add other than do what I did before, but don't screw up. Don't be as casual as I am with certain things. So, even notice, like, look at how, what's the temperature like? 1 second. So there we go, look, it's minus 10, but it feels like 9 degrees for me. It's basically the same temperature it is in London right now on my character because I've just got so much good clothes. There's that tower there. Oh, that's a deer. Thought that was a moose. Shall I have a quick scout of the character? I don't know if I've... Sorry about that. My controller ran out of batteries. I don't have the... I keep forgetting to charge my chargeable pack, so I just, pick a pack of batteries on the way back from work, and I just must have forgotten to change them. Awkward, but it's fine. Fortunately, this is the kind of game that, as you notice, pauses it when you run out of batteries. I've mentioned this last video, but I am playing on PC and using a controller. You can use whatever you like. I just like using a controller because it's comfortable, and my wrist hurts if I use a mouse for too long. Right, let's just check up here. I think I've checked up here, but again, it's been a couple of weeks, and there was a lot of mulled cider happened at Christmas, so... This, I highly recommend. This is a very good winter game, obviously because of all the snow and everything.
Night is coming.
Did I check? No, I did check here. Alright, well. I'll take that off you. You know what, I forgot, and I did it in the last thing as well. I've forgotten a pot. It's fine, I do have a tin. Yeah, it's fine. I always forget the pots. It's fine, we'll grab some pots later on. There will be some pots in the Pleasant Valley. People mentioned it in the last video. I forgot the pot on top of the mountain. The reason being, as I was talking to you guys and just forgot to pick it up. I did it just then as well. So yeah, don't forget the pots, everyone. That is my tip. However, normally you won't be doing a YouTube video where you're trying to explain everything you do, and therefore, you know, absent-mindedly forget stuff. So sorry about that. But it's fine, because, again, I'm going to a new area, which will have absolutely loads of stuff, including pots in it, absolutely. So I'm kind of not concerned, because chances are I'm going to leave those pots there anyway. Right. I need to go this way. Or do I? I think I need to go this way, actually. I hope I need to go this way. I think I need to go this way. I'm mentally going over in my head. Or is it? Oh, I'm going to go this way. Oh, no, it will be this way, yeah, because that's where I just bloody well came from, isn't it? It's easy to get sidetracked. Yeah, to be frank, it is one of those games that it is better to play. It's a very, you know, kind of private experience. So it's just you on your own. A lot of people mentioned that they should add co-op on there. It wouldn't work for starters, really, because of all the time travel, you know, the kind of sleeping and cooking just wouldn't work on co-op, because you'd have to effectively just wait in-game time, which would be like 10, 15 minutes to cook anything. However, for me, I think it's a very kind of solo game. It is sometimes a bit difficult to play when you're making a YouTube video and need to talk, but it's fine. I think it's over here. Yeah, it's up there. I believe it's a mine shaft. I think. It's been a while since I've been to Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley's cool. I remember the first time I went there, it was really, really foggy. Well, it's a blizzard up, rather, and I just couldn't see absolutely anything. But there's loads of farms, and once you get on the farms, it's pretty simple to kind of locate space, lots of open space. I'm hoping, given the fact the sky's quite clear, it'll stay clear when I'm at the Pleasant Valley. Yeah, we're in the right location, so that's grand. Can't believe I forgot another pot. It's probably for the best, actually, because, again, for the weight, it would have been a bit of a ball ache, and we'll find when we get there. It's just very funny that both videos I forgot the pots. Most people found that funny. I think 1 or 2 people got annoyed. Like, this is a guide. I'm like, well, it's a pot, lads, yeah? Calm down. Calm your tits. Right. Leave coastal highway. So you're always safe inside at least for now. Creepy. Inside a zone like this. So, yeah, you'll be fine with exploring. You can take your time. One thing I'm going to do... Oh, wrong button. Is I'm going to explore this area first, and then I'm going to rest at the exit, because that way I can just go straight into the thing. I think this is where the coastal highway is. There's lots of good stuff in here. The transition areas like this, if you're not ready to leave an area, but still want to kind of... Oh, is that cute level on that? I won't take the scrap metal, though. I will take the lantern fuel. Areas like this are really good to explore, even if you're maybe not going to continue on, because there's often little bits and pieces in here that can be beneficial to you. I'm going to pick up most things, unless I start getting a little bit heavy, then I'll probably, what I like to do, for example, is, if I'm, like, doing this little bit of exploring that I'm doing now, like I'm leaving that metal there, I'll just find a little container further down and just drop everything off. And because I know I'm going to come back through this area anyway. Like things like metal, that's why I'll probably get that metal. I might not even ever get it, to be honest. I still find this creepy, even though I know there are no enemies in here. I might get a little bit lost, but I'm just going to kind of explore around anyway. I've got a decent amount of food.
Stuff will come in handy.
Yeah, I'm going to be quickly weighed down. Maybe I'll get a vacuum gun. I'm going to take that toolbox. Yeah, I'm going to start getting a bit loaded down quite quickly. So what I'll probably do is start piling stuff at the entrance, where I'm going to leave off in a sec. But I'm going to pick it all up for now. Oh, that's a really good one. When I get to the end, I'll also show you my skills as well. Right. Okie dokie, off we go. So you already notice I'm starting to walk a little bit slower. No, obviously my dude is... I went this way. Obviously my dude is a little bit tired right now, and he's weighted down. Realistically, if I'm full energy, every 5 kilograms tends to be quite a noticeable drop in speed, to the point where if I go over 45, I'm walking quite slow. So just kind of bear that in mind. It's effectively 10 kilograms of extra weight is what makes you... I'll take this, I can start a fire at the entrance. Which is what makes you slow down. Now, what I want to do is I want to find a moose thing. Because if I got a moose thing, and I can make the moose satchel, a moose thing, just commonly referred to as a moose, and the well-fed thing, it effectively means I'm walking around with an extra 10 kilograms of weight. Which is handy. I don't know my way through these tunnels. They're not as mazy as they look, just for the record, so that's why I'm not too bothered. There's the exit right there. See, you can see the light. Unless that's the way I came in, it is the way I came in. Smooth moves, Davey. I wasn't paying attention. I think I looped my route around in a circle. So I turned off that way. Look at me saying it's not very maze-like and then proceeding to get lost. Actually, or is that the way I came in? Let me quickly check. Because there was that thing, unless there's, is it the way I came in? I just missed it. Well, there we go. There was a rifle shell anywhere, so it was worth it. So yeah, in the end game, what I like to do is just do this, basically. So I'll go to an area, I'll explore stuff, and then I'll usually bring cool bits back to where my home is, and then I'll go on little excursions to somewhere else. And that, I think, is quite a satisfying way of playing the game. Is find out where you like to set up shop. A really handy thing is if you're not too sure where you want to set up, either find a place that you just personally enjoyed, or just, you know, check Reddit and say what a decent player homes. So I went down that way last time, I'll go down this way. Oh, no, I just found that way there. Weird. I must have just forgotten a turning. Because there's, yeah, there's just there's lots of cool places to set up. I said, the coastal highway, I like that concept hut, but I think they've just... Oh, maybe it was... Oh, it's down... There it is. There is that Quonset hut. But since when I used to play it, they've made that area a lot more dangerous now. I think to encourage you to meander around. So I tend to not spend much time there anymore. Yeah, this looks like it. Oh, careful. So I'm thinking the Pleasant Valley, because remember there are some nice farmhouses there. Also, they removed some of like the ovens in places as well. There was, I think one of them used to have a stove inside of it, and now it doesn't. So I kind of like to RP with somewhere that at least has, you know, a nice place to live. There we go. So people get a little bit obsessive about the storage lock, the lantern. Again, especially if we're going to a new area, you're probably going to find loads of lantern fuel, and worst case, you can just use a torch. I think unless you're playing this an interloper, you can be a little bit chill and relax with your exploration. I'll leave that there. Bit of an intense music there. So I'm going to rest up at the doorway. Bit lowish on food, but nothing too urgent. Left or right? Does that count as the exit? No, it doesn't. Let's double check anyway. No, it doesn't. It's one with the lighting. Okay, cool. The music does get quite intense as well. Don't be freaked out. It's all part of the atmosphere. I mean, do get freaked out, actually. It's creepy music. The lantern's getting a bit low, but I do have some lantern fuel with me. Ooh. This looks different than I remember. This is one of the great things about playing this game every year or so as well, is they update loads of the interiors all the time. Well, I'll take that from you. Here. I'll just do it this way instead. There we go. There we go. As it's there and I've got it. But yeah, they do update the interiors all the time. I remember back in the day, the interiors the lighting used to be really, really bad. And they used to be a lot harder to see inside the houses. And it was actually really distracting. And then they've changed all of the lighting completely. And to the point now where you can walk around in your home without having to carry around a freaking torch, which was the problem before. Which is quite nice. Because before they were always dark inside, which is a bit of a ball ache. Right, so this is perfect. I should be getting to the exit now. This one's a bit longer than I remember. Again, I haven't been to Pleasant Valley in yonks. So this should... Ah, there it is. There might be some stuff around there, but I'll check as I'm coming back. I've already quite loaded up on stuff already, see, that's the issue. See, I've got loads of revolver cartridges, but, ain't nothing. Right, so let's, put my bedroll down. Where's my bed stuff? Campcraft. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. There we go. Right, okay, cool. So let's eat up. I might even actually harvest that while I'm here. Nom 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 nom. I'm just going to carry that around just for the sake of... How much calories do I have? Don't get food poisoning! Attaboy. There we go. And we'll harvest this while I'm here. Try and make the most of the light while you're here. Because of the fact, you know, I said, it's going to be... I can do things like harvest stuff at night. Which is always handy to do. And also the thing is, you kind of don't want to go to bed too early, because then you're going to be wandering around in the dark for a little bit, and it's a complete ball ache. Right, perfect. So I generally sleep about 4 or 5 hours at a time, always, regardless of where you are, just because you get to keep an eye on your food, you get hunger, your thirst, everything. You can run out of water and stuff quite quicker than you may realise as well, just as an FYI. I'm going to be a little bit peckish, but I've got all that meat on me, and I've got some dog food as well, nom nom. I can probably sleep for another 2 hours. Yeah, I think I've timed this sleeping perfect, actually. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Right, we'll eat this. This will also give me a... I think this gives me a free tin can. Yes, recycled can going, and I'm just going to nab that as well. So I am ready and willing. Don't forget to pick up that. I sometimes forget the pot. I never forget me, I never forget my sleeping bag. I do forget the pot all the time, though. Right, sweet. Right, so this should be Pleasant Valley. Oh, Great Barrier Island's ecology. Where am I in Great Barrier Island? I thought it was in Pleasant Island. There. Pleasant Valley. Fair enough. Oh yeah, I am in Pleasant Valley. Cool. Alright, sweet. And this is the morning, and it's clear as day. I was going to show you my skills quickly. We'll do it now as I'm safe. So as you can see, right here, I'm pretty much good. Rifle firearm is actually getting skilled in, which is why it's so easily for me. Critical hit chance by 15, accuracy by 20%, which is huge. And I repair it a little better as well. I haven't used the revolver, but I keep finding books. God, that made me jump. Jesus. I'm wearing headphones right now, and that sound of that woodpecker made me kind of panicky a little bit. So I'm pretty good with a lot of my stuff. Oh, there we go. You can even see how far. World explored, 24%. All of the things I've done. Good times. They survived. I think those aren't accurate, actually. Because I've actually played the game about 300 hours. However, it seems to not have added some of the stats. So, in actual fact, right. I probably want to go about there first. This is incredibly handy. Cool. Yeah, my stats are higher than that. I must have cleared something recently. Or maybe it's just been... Maybe they didn't have the stats when I used to play. Because I said I play it once every year or two. Once every year. My stats are higher than that, god damn it. To be fair, I haven't played much Interloper. I think I've gotten to about day 25 on Interloper and got bored. Anywho, right, so... But that was way in the last few updates ago. Right, don't hurt yourself. Again, I haven't been here... Oh, hello. Oh, there are two of them. Oh, fuck. Ah, you prick. Oh, you may notice, actually, this is actually a good, Oh, that was fine. I'll get the other one, then He's gonna die anyway. Right. That was actually a really good, thing I can show. Handy, in fact. Because, one, that guy's gonna die, and two, I can demonstrate how armor works. So you can see... Most of my stuff is absolutely fine. The trick is when you get attacked is not to panic, but also you may notice as well that it's saved just then as well. So if you were so inclined, you could... should we follow this guy back? You could... If I hit pause before he actually... If I realised, you know, he was, like, not going to shoot him fast enough, I could have hit pause and basically just exit the game before he even attacked. So basically, the way the game saves, and I mentioned this the last video, but some people didn't realise, is it'll save when you hurt yourself. So you may notice it's saved after I'd hurt myself. And it'll also save when you enter a building, or when you basically just do an action which it doesn't want you to come back from, effectively. It was that way. So it's just worth bearing that in mind. Again, I have no... With a game like this, we're investing, you know, 10, 20, 30 hours into a save. I've absolutely gone, fuck, I'm surrounded by wolves and there's no way for me getting out of this, and I'll just exit the game. And it'll just go back to where the house... To be honest, there ain't no shame in it. I don't know where he's gone. I wasn't paying attention. I always got quite lucky then. The trick is not to panic. Oh, he's getting a bit cold. What's my, Ah, he's fine. Spraying rescue now is good. Literally didn't even get hurt by that. I think I lost a very small amount of condition, but not enough to even... Yeah. Oh, that's actually a really handy way to kill a wolf, by the way. If you just need to get a wolf skin and you don't have any ammo, or, you know, early in the game you don't have any gun, just just stab it in the neck with a knife. You have to follow it round, and sometimes they do take ages to die, which is why I couldn't be bothered to follow that one. But it ain't no thing. Obviously, don't do that to a bear. Bears are a ball ache. My little trick whenever you fight a bear is try and shoot it where you're near a door. So if you don't take out in 1 or 2 hits, you can quickly dive inside the building. You can actually kill them. When you hit in the head, you kill them in 1 hit. But they're still scary. And if that thing attacks you, you will absolutely be in hell of a lot of pain. Shall I try a bow? I'm not very good with the bow. No, I'm not gonna. I'm really bad with the bow, actually. Oh, it's not so much that I'm bad with the bow. I just haven't used the bow in such a long time. I'm less good at it now. I used to be good at the bow. Right, so where are we going? We're going down here. So this is basically what the end game is. I like to find a central location, which is why, to be fair, the coastal highway is good for that. And you can basically just... Oh, that's not my wolf. Ha! Alright, note to self, there's a wolf on the road here. Handy. That was the wolf I took out. I'm not going to go near him, just in case he is actually still alive. That's new. There we go, some buildings over there. Yeah, so basically, for example, so I've done the Coastal Highway and I've done Desolation Point. Now I'm going to do Pleasant Valley. What I will probably do, the plan, is to get stuff in Pleasant Valley. I'm probably going to check a map, to be utterly frank, to see what the connection points are. I might relocate everything to this area, or I might go back to the Coastal Highway and then kind of relocate maybe further back. I'm trying to decide where to go, actually, after this. Because, again, you're going to plan your route. So what you don't want to do is be in a location. That's why, like, Desolation Point, for example. It's a really cool area. It has a really beautiful lighthouse. But it's just on the edge of everything. So it kind of... If you want to get anywhere, you have to go all the way from one end of Desolation Point to the other. You've got to travel through the transition area, Camp of the Life, and what it's called. And then you get on the Coastal Highway. Then you can go to the other places. Which is why it's a bit of a ball ache. Yeah, so there's this small cabin area here. And there's a farmhouse. There's a lot more. This is new. Is it new? God, it's been ages since I've been here. Oh, this is exciting. Yeah, see, I've played this. I don't think I've been to Pleasant Valley literally in my life years. So this is quite cool because this is very different to what I remember, which is quite grand. And this is what the enjoyment is. This is a game that I highly recommend you pick up, you play for 60 hours, then you just don't play again for a year, and then come back in, and you will guarantee you'll have a completely new and satisfying experience. One day I will find stuff in there. Just you wait. But that is not today. Ain't shit, bro. I'm a bit weighed down. I'm a little bit nippy as well. Not too nippy, though, so it's fine. I wouldn't mind to start getting some food, though. Always bring your crowbars and things like that. Don't forget those. If there's one thing you want to bring, it's a crowbar and a knife. Ain't nothing. Right. To be honest, in terms of, like, clothing-wise, I'm kind of got all of the good stuff now. The only thing, like, a bearskin cloak, I guess. But to be honest, it's not, you know, essential. Alright, okay, so let's go this way. It's not madly essential. That would be quite nice. Or wolfskin one. As I've just got the deerskin. Have I got the deerskin pants? Yeah, so for example, I could have 2 of them. Thompson Crossing. Yeah, see, this is either changed a lot or I just don't remember this location, which is grand. This is what I love about this game. It's all new. And like I said, they tweaked the AI. So basically, the wolf AI, so a lot of people mentioned in the last video, and I wasn't entirely accurate, is bait does work, but it doesn't work as well as it used to. You can usually redirect someone, but if, for example, you've got too much meat on you, like I did, you get into a situation where they're still going to go for you, and then they also have, like, pack mentality. I don't remember this at all, which is quite exciting. And so, it's, like, the effort they've put into the bear AI is just awesome. I love it so much. Someone mentioned the last video that you shouldn't use your lantern too much. If you're exploring some for the first time, absolutely use a lantern. Because you'll find jerry cans of fuel everywhere, especially if you travel around a lot. If you spend a little bit too long in one area, then okay. Yeah. But to be honest, I'm getting loads of shit now. That's why, you know, in 25 in-game days, I've cleared out effectively 3 areas. Probably not cleared out, but I've done, like, most of it. So I'm probably going to spend, what, 5 to 10 days in Pleasant Valley. Obviously not during this video, because that'll take hours. And then probably, I don't know, I've got to check. I can't remember which areas. I think there's the, what's it? World. So Timberwolf Mountain, probably. I'd probably do Pleasant Valley, then do Timberwolf Mountain, then come back. That might be a good one, actually. Give me a gun! I mean, that'll do. Yeah, see, I'm absolutely fine for food now. What I need to do is I need to look out for crows and saplings. Because I need to make arrows. Where's my lantern gun? Actions. There we go. Okay. I personally like to walk around with my gun out. You don't need to, but you look like a badass, and also it's smart, so you can shoot things. So if you were being really frugal, it would be arguable to switch the bow straight away and not use the gun, but I'm probably not going to play it enough that running out of ammo will be an issue, if I'm utterly frank. And I'll probably get to the place that I can make ammo before I start getting really low on bullets. The point is to only, like, especially with wolves, is to really only shoot them when they're a threat, rather than going hunting for wolves. Because you're going to find loads of wolves, like, just stumbling across them like I've done. In this video, I've killed 3 wolves already. And I'm getting a little bit heavy now, actually. I'm going to probably drop some stuff in this house here, because it's on the way out anyway. Just all the clothes that I don't need. Yeah, but with wolves, yeah, you're mostly using it for wolves and bears, and as long as you don't go hunting for wolves and just kind of shoot the ones that get in your way, you shouldn't have to be really worried. Especially once you get the revolver, because you said I've almost got 100 rounds for the damn thing. So if I'm going to find a container in here. That is the wrong button. I'm going to use the torch just because I don't want to use mine. Cool. Sweet, so I'm going to put everything in here. Oh, is that a floating bullet? It's a floating bullet.
Could end up being useful.
Right, I'm going to put a load of stuff in here. Because I've got loads of clothes that I don't need. That'll weigh me down. And I've got... I'm gonna put all this stuff in here. Metal can fuck off too. And I think I've got some tools that I don't need. So just... I tend to do this like little drop-off points, because otherwise you're just gonna... You're gonna kind of be carrying loads of stuff that you just don't need. I really shouldn't have brought a second pry bar. I should have left that behind, actually. Right, that should do for now. Cool. Sweet. So yeah, what I'm doing in this video, so I've been playing for like 50 minutes. So I'm going to try and get to my, next base in this area and plan my next trip. And then I'll leave the video there. It's a bit of a weird one, this, because of the fact that, like I said, with the end game, it really is dependent on what you want to do. I said I like to effectively... Oh, this is definitely... No, I've never been here before. I like to basically explore the entire area, and I kind of make a little bit of a journey of it. That's a lot of water. I will take all of it, but drop it if I get a bit too slow. I mentioned this in the last video, but water is one of the most important things in the game that is also the first thing you leave behind, because it's completely renewable. So you always need water, but it's the first thing you can drop. This is a good one. I don't think you can cook there, can you? No, you can't. Oh, sexy. I've never been in this area before. This is quite exciting. Or it's just very different from what I remember. It's quite not a little bad home, this. I might put this as my option 2 for home. Because there's bedrolls. Oh, there's a stove? Ooh! Can I cook? Yeah, I think I should be able to... Can I cook? Yeah, I should be able to cook. Should I just place it? I might try that in a sec. This would be an incredible home, actually. You've got a storage trunk here. You've got loads of storage.
This will come in handy.
Ooh. Okay, this is my probable home. Just because of... Ooh. Ooh. It would also probably depend on what the wolf situation is outside. Obviously, at least right now, it appears to be reasonably safe. But it might be that I just happen to have come during a not very wolfy part, shall we say. This is quite a nice little area, this. There's not much stuff in here. See, for me, it's the most important thing is storage, somewhere to store food, and having one of these big hob ovens is important. Because what I can do is you can basically boil absolutely shit tons of water on it. This is also really handy because it's really close to the entrance of Pleasant, of the kind of the transition point between here and the coastal highway. So it's kind of, even though it's slightly on the edge, it's not. It's kind of, it's central-ish. This is amazing. Oh, this is my new favourite area. It also looks nice as well. Cool. Right, so currently Community Hall is my new probably area. But we're still going to explore around, so let's tour this out. Let's dump some more longer term stuff off here. Let's dump off, I don't need that. Try and fit that, because I've just got so much shit. And 30 kilogram storage in this chest as well, which is awesome. So I've got loads of meds as well. So all of these things will help with certain status effects. I've got loads of food. I'm going to take a sec of those. Don't need any of my charcoal. Thank you very much. I'm going to temporarily leave that there. Got a second knife. Don't need more than 2 of those. 1 of those will do. I'll leave that here for now. You. Oh, wait, no, I'll drop that down. I'm just going to leave that there, to be honest. I've got some twigs. I'll keep 1 bandage because it's handy. It can be surprising how much weight you end up accidentally carrying around. Realistically, eventually I want to probably ditch the rifle for a bit because it's very heavy. I don't know why I'm carrying the magnifying glass around with me. I might leave the hatchet here. No, I'm not that desperate. Yeah, we go. Look at that. I can be fast now. So let's just... I am actually carrying lots of water as well, aren't I? I'm gonna... probably drop this as well. So I only have one piece of meat with me. And there we go. Right, so weight-wise, we're pretty good. So this is probably going to be my new home. But I still want to find an alternative home that the one I was going to use. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm actually not going to loot this entire area. And I'm just going to try and find the farmhouse. So yeah, like... And I've now repeated this a lot, but like... what you do on the end game in this is sort of down to what you want to achieve. And I know that's a bit of a bullshitty, wanky answer. But unfortunately, it's sort of where it is you just want to kind of like, the end game is what you make of it, effectively. A lot of people find that, you know, they get bored. And that's why I try and give myself goals. I'm like, cool, I'm going to go to this area. I will actually pop in here because there might be cool stuff in there. I will go to this area and explore around, and that's it. And that's why I kind of like to set myself goals. So, for example, I said I'm going to clear out the Pleasant Valley, then I'm going to make my way to Timberwolf Mountain. And have a crafty look around. This is quite a nice little area, this one. Yeah, no, I don't remember this last time. It just may be that I didn't explore it. Gonna burn a lot of books. Potentially controversial, but you know what I mean. I do need to not freeze to death. And books are the best form of lighting fires. Ugh. I wonder how old that one is. Oh dear. Anything good in here, other than all the books? 9. Alright, okay, so let's try and find, There's a farmhouse in the middle of it. It's getting a little bit blizzardy. But it's sort of that way. I haven't seen any wolves around this area, so I'm curious. To be frank, you can just Google it. You know, if you want to, you know, a lot of people will have discussions about certain kind of areas where you can shack up. And, for example, this area will tell you that it has rabbits nearby. So it's potentially, if you're inclined, you can just Google it and see, is it safe around here? Usually you'll find out reasonably quickly. If it's got a regular wolf spawn, then you'll see wolves quite often. However, if not, then well, obviously you won't. I'm fine for food for now. Oh, wait, there we go. So, looks to be wolves down here, then. Yeah, see. God, I'm getting a bloody good shot with that, aren't I? Look at that, son. Get in. Yeah, so that answers my question. There are wolves. There's 2. However, I will say they seem to be down here rather than up there. When you kill a wolf, I think it's usually about 3 in-game days before they come back. So, you know, hypothetically, depending on how much time you're going to invest in an area and you've got, like, a bow, you could just kill each one. I used to be able to kill wolves with a bow. I haven't used it in ages. I'm good with a rifle, as you can see. Not so good with a bow. Used to be very good with the gun. I need to practice with it. Okay, so I can't for the life of me remember where the farmhouse is, but you probably guess what I'm doing. I'm sort of just aiming for the center. I can run as well. Oh no, I can't. I'm too weighed down. You know, I really, really wanted a moose. Ah, so there's a bridge over there. You'll get a little bit better at personally navigating as well. I mean, if I was smart, and I wasn't because I didn't think ahead, I could have marked that on my map. But I kind of sort of know the direction I'm going. It's fine. It's that way, yeah. Just always pay attention to which direction you came from. So when you get to a place... See, I'm pretty much going in the same direction. So I know that I can just turn down and go that way. And it will send me back to where I need to go. Obviously, it's no problem if it's not blizzardy, but it will often be blizzardy, as you can see right now. See, there's the bridge. So basically where the bridge is, if I go angle from that way from the bridge, I know that my home is over there. I also know that if I go to the bridge, it should eventually walk down to near the road to the farmhouse, which I want to see because I don't know if it's changed. If you've got any ideas of videos you'd like to see on The Long Dark, I'm happy to kind of provide. As I said, I wanted to do this video because of the fact that people are asking for an end game guide, but there's not really a guide sense in the end game insofar as it's more about kind of getting in the mindset of giving yourself goals. Because in terms of like surviving, outside of physically spoiling an area for you, i.e. there is stuff here, there is stuff here, there is stuff here, the survival elements are more or less always the same. There is like the one area which has tougher wolves and who hunt in packs, but outside of that and like dealing with bears, if I come across a bear I'll try and take it out, but I thought I saw a bear then. Changed my mind! No, I should be able to do it actually. To be honest, I'm a pretty good shot with it and I've got loads of ammo. However, I would rather not kill a bear when I'm this far away from my house. But yeah, it's more about like my big... Ooh, let's go around here, shall we? Oh, is that... That is not a moose. My big takeaway from this is always have a goal in mind. You know, I think that's what possibly kills people in this game a little bit, is they tend to not know where to go. Oh, you can see that coming in really fast. So there's the road and it's that way. Oh, but I'm not cold, you may notice, so that's fine. But yeah, I think that's what kills people a lot in this game, is they don't know what to do and they get stuck in an area and then they run out of resources. Contemplation Bridge. Oh, now I'm getting cold. There we go. See, I'm pretty safe right now because usually this would be like a death sentence, or at least a oh god, oh god, oh god. But again, because my character's quite chonk with his clothes, I should be pretty grand. The only issue is now I'm going to get completely lost. If I remember correctly, the farmhouse, again, follow these cables. From what I remember, it has like a driveway. Oh, now I'm getting cold. Ooh. Alright, we'll be fine. Oh, we won't be, it's fine. I'll start a fire. See. Just don't panic, yeah? Although I do need to eat something in a bit. Ah! Is that it? Oh, that was really close. I think it's it. Right, go straight on. I think it's this way. This is me doing it from, like, literally... I think 2017 was the last time I went to Pleasant Valley, so... I might be wrong, but I think it's down here. The farmhouse. It's like a little driveway. But I might be wrong. But I might be right, too. I know there's some, like, barns near it. See that lump? Follow this lump. You're fine. Quit your whining. Oh. Oh, yeah, let's see. Look, hay bale barns. I could probably even shack up there safely if I wanted to, so... Cool. So this is the path. There's another barn there. Pleasant Valley outbuildings. I will not explore those yet, but, okay, because I'm quite wrapped up. This is where I get a little bit lost. So that's the trees there. I'm gonna get lost, aren't I? That's the house. Pay attention. So that's the road. Oh god. That wasn't it, obviously. This is where I slightly get confused. Worst case scenario, I can hide in one of the barns and light a fire and pass the time. But I kind of sort of wanna get to the barn if I can. I'm probably like, this is the worst timing for a storm, but it's part of the fun of it. Oh wait, no, maybe it's not. Ah, see, I can't. There's the bridge. See, Right, I'm going to go to this barn down here, and I'm going to try and wait out the storm a bit. I'm probably, like, super close to it. If I got on it, I could probably see it right now if it wasn't for the blizzard. However, that's the way the game works. So it's probably to err on the side of caution. We'll go in here. It should protect us from the wind chill. Did I leave my... Oh, no, I didn't. Good. And I can start a thing. And there's also, like... Just going to practice gunsmithing. I will. There we go. See, I'm not even that cold here now. So, let's... Look at that. Now, this is where I use accelerant. If I'm going to use accelerant, though, I don't want to use a book. And I can pretty much just use anything. But I'll just use matches. I'll use the torch as well. I will use one book just because I might run out of thing. Did I bring the hatch? 8 minutes breakdown. Cool. Oh, there was lantern fuel in there. Sweet. How long we got? 55 minutes. Cool. See, this for me is utter bliss. I will just spend... I think last time I played it quite a bit over Christmas, as you can see. And then the year, or I think I didn't play it till 2018 prior to that, which was the year before. God damn it. I played it to death. So we'll try 2 hours. Is fine. We'll do some cooking. You have 2 cooking slots, if I remember correctly. Oh, let's have some nice pork and beans. This game will make you want to just eat beans. Or, like, eat green tea or things like that. It's one of those kind of games. Because basically you have to eat green tea, drink green tea. So you just, like, you find loads of green tea, like herbal tea, and then, like... I didn't eat it, damn it. Where is it? Where's my beans? Where's my beans? There it is. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, but you'll, like, you know, you'll have coffee and, like, tea and stuff like that, and you'll just find yourself... I got 1 hour and 19 minutes. Just like, sort of like kind of getting into the mentality of it. Like what I tend to do is I'll pause the game and I'll just go make a cup of coffee or something like that. And you know, it's just quite a nice thing to do. Speaking of, how my condition? Oh yeah, baby. Let's make a cup of coffee. Hat with my thing. How's the blizzard doing? Well, I'm pretty warmed up now. I don't think I have to cook, can I? Actually, you can actually cook that. Nom nom nom. I like the fact that it also comes in a cup, which just is just hilarious. Yeah, the thing is, when you cook something, even if it's mouldy, you notice its condition is already fine. So if your food is getting mouldy, provided you cook it, you can actually... Obviously, that provides barely anything, because I'd already... See, I didn't forget it that time. Right, I'm going to pass the time for 1 hour. Just because it's getting a bit crappy in it. So I'll read a book or something. I've only got this one. Oh, 1 hour. Whenever you read, like, make sure you do it next to a fireplace, obviously. Well, it's still things, so I'm just going to have to sort of... Alright, well, fine. Right, so at least I'm warmer now, so let's just, actually, you know what? You know what I'm going to do. I don't have any sticks left. Really, I should have made a cup of coffee before I disappeared, but it's fine. Oh, wait, actually. If I have 6 minutes until it goes out. What I'll do is I'll make, like, some herbal tea or something. So that way I've just got a little bit of an extra warmth while I'm walking around for, like, 5 minutes. That should do. So let's make a herbal tea, because, you know, why not? 13 minutes. Voila. Technically, this is just more about helping you sleep, but think of it as RP. There we go. There we go. So I've got a little bit of warmth bonus now. I'm not too exactly sure where I am. I thought it was that way. It's not. Is it too far away from here? I know it was not too far away. Let's just go this way. Worst case, as in weight-wise, I'm fine because I'm under 40, and I'm not too sleepy. It's really annoying, see, because I haven't been here in such a long time. I'm not entirely sure which direction the farmhouse is. I'm not particularly too worried about getting lost. As I said, I can kind of always go back to there and just sleep. I've got loads of wood, and there are twigs everywhere. Speaking of which, I should pick them up. So there's this. I'm trying to wrap my brain. It's been like 2 years. It's in the middle of nowhere. You know, I think it might be back that way. Some person who knows this area like the back of the hand is screaming at the monitor right now, going, "No, it's back that way." Well, I saw like the river, so let's just stick. You know what? It might be just better just to sleep through this completely. That's what I'm gonna do. Right, let's pick up some wood then. That fire's already there. I don't mind restarting again. It's good to test out your fire starting anyway. And it's probably better if I just sleep this. Because of that, I don't know the area very well. And there isn't any form of like reference mark, that like a road I can follow that I'm sure leads to where I need to go. It's probably better for me just to err on the side of caution. So I'm going to go back there, and I'm just going to put my bedroll out and just have that fire running. But let's just gather some twiggies while we're here first. One useful thing, whenever you get a big blizzard like this, in the following morning there will be loads of sticks on the ground, so just as an FYI. Oh. You can usually tell when the storms start to abating, but at least not yet. That'll make me cold. It's 45 minutes actually. I might be okay. I mean, we're right next to where I need to be anyway, so let's do it. Screw it. Hopefully I don't get attacked. Oh ho 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 ho. Oh ho ho ho. Alright, okay. Alright, okay, okay. Alright, okay. Well, at least I've got loads of wood now. That should pretty much get me.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
You'll be fine. Quit your whining. Honestly. Kids today, am I right? Right, let's start fire. So I won't use an accelerant at all because I've got a book. I'm going to use matches. I'm going to use one of my books to start the fire. Oh, it's too winter. Oh, is it really? Oh, okay. I'll find somewhere to. That's a bit annoying. It's probably just the position I am here. Here. Yeah, let's do here. It just might be the specific angle I'm doing it at. There we go. Yeah, see, we're fine. Always use books to start fires. Try and not use them to add fuel, unless you need them. Like, I used them earlier because I needed them for fuel. But realistically, use a book to start a fire, and then use something else to make the fire burn longer. See, I'm just going to use this for, like, loads of hours. I'm going to get about over 4 hours worth of... Because this means that I'm going to be completely fine, but never, ever, ever, ever... Well, not ever, but try not to use your... Also, when you sleep in a bedroll, you do get a warmth bonus anyway. So, for example, if you're, like, 1 degrees or something, so you're a little bit cold, you can just sleep on the floor. Though, obviously, you sleep for smaller periods of time, so... Cool. Technically, people mentioned this before. You can actually take your clothes off. And then they dry them out. They're frozen, but I tend to just not do that. I probably should, but I don't like doing it when I'm outside. So I've got 4 hours, so let's sleep. How's my water doing? Yeah, let's sleep for like 3 hours. This blizzard's going on for ages. Not looking good. Alright, let's go chop down some bits then. So... basically, I'm just going to have to just ride it out. I mean, so I've got basically 6 hours worth of fuel if need be. I just don't want to. So let's just hunt around. Fortunately, again, also, because I've got my fire there, I should be able to quite easily find my way back. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just finding... God, that wind sounds creepy, doesn't it? I just need to find some more wood. Oh, what's the temperature like? Minus 21. Damn, it's cold. Considering I've got... it's basically like minus... if it's like... oh, because my clothes are frozen, that's why. That'll be fine. I'm not too bothered. Come on, Twiggies, where are you? Ooh, don't move too far away from there. The blizzard's so bad, I can't even see the, damn. This is one of the worst blizzards I've ever been in. Can't even see where I just was. Damn. Where was I? Oh god, I've gotten turned around now. Where are we? Where were we? I think it was... oh dear. See, this, kids and kiddos, is how a blizzard kills you. It was that way, wasn't it? Oh, there we go. Alright, cool. I'm just gonna have to use my books. Screw it. I just picked up a load of books. And there apparently isn't any Twiggies near me. So I have to err on the side of caution and instead hang out here. Which is annoying, as I don't like using books if I can help it. I'll use 2. It's for 4 hours. Let's eat up. And drink up. Nom 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 nom. I've got quite a few calories actually of chocolate, so it should be fine. Right, so I've got 4 hours. Let's sleep for another 3 hours then. Oh, yeah, it's gone. Cool, sweet. Hey, right, so it's blizzardy now, but it means it's probably gonna. How have I got? Can I see at least? I can see a little bit better. That'll probably go by the time the morning hits. So what we're going to do is, now that it's not too cold, I'm going to actually... so I keep an eye on... don't screw up last time and lose my direction. But we're gonna... I want to... this video's a bit longer than I was expecting, because I want to find the goddamn farmhouse. I'm probably right next to it. Is that a bridge over there, actually? It is, yeah. I want to get some twigs, though. I'd rather... there we go. Perfect. There we go. That was 45 minutes worth, so... that should... yes, it's not... it's already going down. Is that it? Is that it? Oh, fuck. Oh, dear. You're right, lads. Is that it? Over there. Is that it? God damn it. Is that it? Can't see shit, son. That is the house. I was literally right next to it. That is actually hilarious. Alright, we're gonna... Oh, he seems to be fucking off. Good. I was right next to it. Oh, I think this is a different place, but still, that's very, very, very exceedingly funny that there was a barn right next to me. And that is the joys of a blizzard. So I've got.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Nah, mate, you're fine. Right, so we'll probably just hang out here until the morning then. Yeah. Don't fall off, would you? I couldn't see it at all. I want to sleep up here. You know what, let's just wait until the morning. I have to drop this. Cool. What's that, food? Oh, none. Right. That made me giggle so much. Oh, I left my thing back there, didn't I? Ah, right, we'll have to grab this then. Come here, you. Whoop, don't fall down. I'm going to search these. Actually, I might as well search these now while we're here. Ooh. Ooh. I can't believe I did not know that was right there. Righty, righty, righty. Unless there's something I can nap on in here. Nah, that's good. Things. Well, in that case, we're gonna have to get my my bankroll back. Yes, we are. Alright then. It's over here. Well, to fully explore here first, I really just want to find where that farmhouse is. I just can't believe it. This was right here. Like, it wasn't even, like, far away. It was, like, right next door. Oh, yeah. Yoink. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Apparently taking up that one arrow was just too much for my weight. At least when the morning comes, we'll be able to see really well. So there was our thing. There was... God, we were so close. Oh, yeah. You see this now? Look at that clear up. Oh, hello, bear. Right, I'll end the video. Right, okay.
Can't feel my feet.
Is that 4 of them? No, it's only 3 of them. Oh, that's right then. There's a big ass bear there. Ah, missed. Scared of the thing. Oh, is he gonna go for the bear? Why would you do that? Alright, fair enough. I'm gonna fuck off and... Is that another wolf or is that a rabbit? That's a wolf, right? Or is that a rock? Oh, I thought that was a... Oh, it's the meat I left behind. Oh, yeah. Right, so we're, God, there are loads of wolves here. Right, let's grab me roll, then. You'll be fine. Right, okay. There's a big-ass bear there. See, look at how clear this is now. I can see the barn from here. Maybe it's further down. Not the barn, the farmhouse. Right. I can see quite clearly now. I might as well. I'm getting a little bit nippy, but for fuck's sake, really. Right, I should actually probably... Dickhead, right. Is that it? Can't see very well. It's a wee bit dark. Right, let's just go this way then. I know it's around here somewhere. It's pretty solid home. They have gone a little bit, and this is definitely something that I've noticed since I last played, is they've definitely upped the wolves quite a little bit. I guess arguably, there's another bear. Or is that another wolf? I guess arguably it's a little bit... What's my temperature like? Oh, I'm still a little bit nippy, actually. Okay, let's go this way. And I can hopefully... find somewhere cool to set out. So it should be around here somewhere. I know this area is quite big, but this is like the main farm, and then the farmhouse should be nearby. I'm just trying to remember exactly which place it is. I'm a little bit cold, but I should be fine, to be honest. There's nothing, I got a risk of hypothermia, but not too bad. It would be more of a condition if, like, for example, I had, like, said hands or feet exposed, then I'd probably get frostbite, but I'm probably gonna be fine. I do need that revolver, though, or I need to stop dicking around and actually practice with the bow. The problem with the bow, as well, with wolves, is you're gonna then eventually lose the arrows quite often, because when things run away. So when you shoot something with a bow, you have to run after it. Otherwise, you're just not going to see that arrow for a bit. I think it might be over this ridge. If I get somewhere high up, like up there, I should be able to see where we are. See, I could just cheat and I could just have a map up now to tell me where I need to go. Which you can, you know, there are good maps out there. But to be honest, it, you know, takes away from the fun. Right. Where are you, you shit? I'm gonna pop over here. For the life of me, can't remember where it is. I know it's near here. I'm near it. In the same way I was right next to that barn, I'm right next to the farmhouse. Every time I come to this farmhouse, it's always blizzardy. As always, try not to go up steep ledges when you're weighed down like this, otherwise you will hurt your ankle. Ooh. I was going to kill that bear, but I was hoping we'd be a bit closer to the old... Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. Cool, sweet. Told ya! My memory isn't... I'm not old yet! Right, so you look for the trees. Yeah, so there are some wolves. They've really upped the number of wolves. Pleasant Valley Farmstead. Here we go. Here we go. They've really upped the number of wolves. I will say that it doesn't look like they're spawning right next to me, though. This one's even got a basement as well. which we will explore a little bit. Always close your door. Actually, it does work because it warms you up straight away. In we go. So yeah, this is kind of where I was. This is going to be my main home while I'm here, pretty much. You'll see why when we explore around. It's going to get daytime, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rest up first. So you've got the big hob, as I said. Got a cooking pot as well. I told you there'd be one here. There's just lots of stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to rest up until the light is back, so that way I don't have to walk around with the things so much. Just it's a big home, but also, like, for example, if you're in a situation like I am where I've come here and I'm like maybe lacking a bit as bits and pieces, there really is sort of everything in here. Bedroom's over here, isn't it? There we go. Perfect. So we're gonna just where's the bed? There we go. Right, so let's low on water and food, so let's just have a nice stale granola bar. Nom nom nom. I'm not gonna eat the dog food just yet. Not that dog food. Oh, I'll eat the sardines though. Get in, son. And I'll eat the drink. Drink the drink. But it also gives me calories as well. And another one. Cool. Right. So let's just... Yeah, see, basically, it's nearly the morning anyway. So I'll rest for 4 hours. Probably won't even need to rest that long. Hey, there we go. Right, so I'm going to give you a little explore of this house. And this will be where I'm going to end the video. But this is pretty much where, like, my goal was to get to here. And I've got to here, so I'm pretty pleased with myself. Do I have any lighter fuel? Or have I used... Or did I pick up some more? I don't think I did. There'll probably be more. Lantern fuel, rather. So, yeah, like, in terms of kind of how I play the end game, is I do exactly... Oh, insulated boots. Nice. 1 second, people. Important stuff here. Are these better than my worn ski boots? Oh, look at that. Look at that. They don't look as good, though. Yeah, so when I play the end game, I tend to do what I'm doing now. So I said I've gone to Desolation Point. Or I've cleared out the Mystery Lake. I've cleared out the coastal highway. And now and then Desolation Point. And now I'm going to do Pleasant Valley. Oh, rifle rounds. If I can find a revolver. Rather than clear the cupboards, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually just see what's on the surface, shall we say. Rather than necessarily what's in every container, because you don't want to see me loot every single bloody container in here. Let's just see if there's any, like, guns or anything. Ooh, there's loads of ammo, though. When I get that bloody revolver, I have over 100 rounds for it, so, Wolfie boys are gonna get fucked up. Yeah, I'm quite liberal with my bullets, to be honest. Because, again, I know I'm going to be travelling around enough that I'll find more of them. And the second I find that revolver, I'm going to be able to just take out every wolf I see without any issues. Unless I try and survive, like, 500 days. And by that point, I'll have probably pulled my finger out and actually bothered to use the bow. A bit more. Got a gun around here? Is there a gun around here? You gonna give Davey a revolver? Or do I have to search around for another one? We'll do the basement in a sec as well. Okay. You can see this is such a fantastic area. Also, I can break down all of these tables. All of this. Oh, another lantern. Sweet. How much? Oh, it's like full up as well. Look at that. I'll drop the other one. Pick it up in a bit. So yeah, what I tend to find is kind of, I guess, on a broader sense, make a goal, and whenever you go to an area, try and look at setting up a home base, and then from that home base, then you can kind of branch out to the wider world and kind of do your thing. And it just makes the whole thing a little bit more easier to manage. There's probably loads of food here. Let's have a gander in that basement area. I've got a nice little setup now, though. There's this nice little launching point. And I've got 20 rounds for my rifle, even though I've been quite, you know, liberal with how trigger happy I've been. So let's just have a gander down here. I keep getting them. Right. Okay, anything good down here? Got some bits and pieces. I think this is for making ammunition. Gonna have a revolver for the old Davy there. Another pry bar, that's handy. Some meds. Gotta have a revolver. As I would kill a bear, but it would probably be a little bit of a trek just to go and kill a bear. If there one spawns nearby, though, I will try and take it out at some point. Unfortunately, it looks like we are not going to be blessed with any kind of firearm, which makes me sad. Right, so I'll leave that video there. So as I said, I will probably do more just kind of regional guide videos, might be a bit better thing, because in terms of the end game with this, it's less about... It's one of those things. I can do a guide where I just tell you where everything is. That would be what some people might see as an end game guide, but to be frank, then that's just, you know, a spoiler. You know, it's not about a guide in terms of, you know, it's a bit too much, basically. So in terms of how I approach the end game, is make a plan. So as I said, you know, my journey now, I said I'm on day 27. We started this video at day 24, so that's 3 days. And as you can see, I've just kind of travelled to the Pleasant Valley, and now I'm at the farmhouse. But I've kind of travelled all over, so I basically... fuck's sake, well, there it is. So I started in the Mystery Lake, went to the ravine, went to the coastal highway, went to the crumbling highway at Desolation Point, back again to coastal highway. I'm at Pleasant Valley. I'm going to go to Timberwolf Valley, and then what I'll probably do is make my way back down to the coastal highway, at which point I will stop living in this area and probably pack up all of my essentials, like 50 kilograms worth of stuff. Hopefully by that point I may even have a moose sack thing to increase it by 5 kilograms. And I'll probably make my way possibly round to Mountain Town, maybe Broken Railroad, the Forlorn Mustang and the Bleak Inlet, like that kind of region. Or maybe if I can go via the Timberwolf Mountain. We'll see. But anyway, I hope you guys found that handy, or at least just fun to watch me kind of, you know, nearly freeze to death. It was always good fun. Added an extra 20 minutes onto the video as well. As always, follow me on Twitter at Respawns. I will be doing more videos, possibly another one on these. Might space it out, I'm not too sure. As well as other Fallout stuff, and whatever takes my fancy. But until the next video, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll talk to you lovely people soon. You take care.